Hey everyone, I am Himanshu Singh, and in this video I will tell you how the Animint2 testing suite works on Windows. So in my previous video I uh, told about how it works on my Ubuntu machine, and in this video I'll tell you on Windows 10, right? So following the same thing, we will be needing the Animint2, RSelenium version 1.7.4, Docker, and this Docker image, standalone Firefox debug 2.5 3.0, and PhantomJS in case we are going for headless testing mode, right? So first thing, using this command you can pull your the needed Selenium Docker image. All right, so once you have pulled this, I have already pulled this. All right, so use this command to start the Docker image. I will copy and paste this. Okay, so I actually forgot to pull that. Let's wait for a while. So actually the issue was that before recording this tutorial, this video, I was having certain issues with Docker, so I had to reinstall that. So this image got deleted somehow. So now it's started. You can check using Docker ps, and you can see it's running with these ports binded. All right, so to cross check you can again visit this link, and it should open like something like this. All right, so now the next thing that we need to do is start R in Animint/tests directory. So I've already opened this. So now what we will be doing is load the needed libraries and files. All right, so I've loaded everything that is needed. You can see over here all the functions that are going to be uh, useful for this all the testing thing. So now the next thing is to initialize a remote driver using tests, and it we can go ahead for headless browser testing, but for real browsers, I mean like Firefox, we need to pass this Firefox inside tests and it, so it will start. Okay, so before that let's connect to the uh, Selenium Docker image, right, where our browser will be started, so that we can see what's going on. So in this command you can see that we have binded 5900 port, and this port is used for graphical user interface. So as you can see, I have opened this. So if it asks for password, you can just simply put that secret. The password is secret by default, secret. All right, so now let's initialize the remote driver. So while initializing, you will see a small warning over here, or kind of notice, which tells you to go and look here for everything related to the testing. So you can see once this process finishes the process, here something an instance of Firefox opens inside the Docker. All right, so now we have to move ahead for the testing. Everything is up and running for us. So there is a thing like we can pass filter inside tests run function. So what it will do is it will test for specific files only, not run everything. Like if you run this test underscore run, so what it will do is it will run each and every test which is uh, written inside this test that directory. Like there are too many tests over here. And for for your information, uh, let me tell you that tests compiler, I mean the compiler test, do not need any browser. All right, so they do only test for JSON and CSV files. So we do not need to start those Docker images and everything to run just the compiler things. All right, so we are doing that for render tests only. All right, so now let's run some render tests and see if it's working. All right, so we'll be using tests run for, say for example, access. All right, so once I run this, you will see that it's being rendered in this Firefox instance. Right, the test is being performed over here. You can test something like, if you want, if you made some changes that may affect uh, the rendering things, so you might want to run check of all the renderers. So in that case, you can just simply type renderer and it will run all the renderer tests. There are many tests I uh, told you in my previous video about on which I used my Ubuntu machine. So same thing will happen over here, right? So now, so yeah, that's that. So our tests are running. So we should definitely check these things, these tests, before pushing our code to GitHub to make sure everything is working perfectly, right? So there is one more command, that is tests exit. So what it does is it closes the running binaries. If you will use tests exit, it will close the Docker image. So see, it closes Docker image that was running. So yeah, this was for browser testing, for real browser testing, that we used Firefox. And one more thing is that we can do headless browser testing, and that we need to do that. I mean, we can do that by using PhantomJS. You need to have PhantomJS installed on the system to do that. And in order to do that, you simply have to run uh, tests init without passing any value inside this. So it will initialize uh, PhantomJS binary. If it's not already downloaded into the system, then it will download, then it will start that PhantomJS binary. So let's wait for some time to see how it's going. Yeah, see, it was successful. And now let's run something and see if it works. So in this headless thing, we cannot see the the graphical user interface, right? So you can see all the 31 tests that were specified in these two files successfully completed and passed. And once you finish these testing things, you might want to run this test exit every time. All right, so it closes the binaries and everything. So this is how it works. On Windows machine, there is just a simple difference, and that is binding the ports. And that's because how it works on Windows machine, and I haven't tested that on any Mac, because I don't have any Mac computers right now, so I couldn't test that on any Mac machine. So go ahead and do perform these tests before pushing code, and please let us know how if you face any issues over here. github.com/tdhawk/animint2/issues. You can create issues over here and let us know if you face any issues. All right. Thank you so much.